encore. Puis j'aimerais ça qu'en tout cas que les autres jeunes qui vous voient, en tout cas bouger comme ça, prennent votre exemple, puis qu'ils soient aussi responsables que vous l'avez été pendant cette semaine-là. Puis on dit jamais assez souvent que vous avez fait des choses très positives, très dynamiques, que vous avez été très, très bon. En tout cas, félicitations encore. Puis j'aimerais ça, en tout cas, vous passez une très belle année, une belle fin d'année. Puis j'aimerais ça que vous reveniez nous voir l'an prochain, les deux, pour nous parler comment ça se passe à Algonquin, peut-être. OK? Merci encore. Et vous tous, j'espère que vous allez passer une belle fin de semaine. Et la semaine prochaine, mais surtout ce que j'aimerais que vous reteniez, c'est qu'il y a toujours des choses positives et que l'avenir appartient à nos enfants. C'est peut-être avec le bel exemple qu'ils nous ont donné au cours de cette semaine-là qu'on va pouvoir grandir tous ensemble dans un monde meilleur. Merci encore à tous.
Hello, I'm Gordon Brock, and welcome to another week's Around Town. My guest tonight is Gilbert Vaillancourt, the mayor of Chippewa and Tea Lake. Hello, Mr. Vaillancourt, and thank you for coming down here today.
Good evening.
Now, the municipalities of Chippewa and Tea Lake have been combined now for, I believe, this is your 10th anniversary. They combined in 1985. What are your feelings after the first 10 years of fusion of the municipalities, Mr. Vaillancourt?
Well, we have to understand what the fusion of the municipalities were. In 1976, there was no municipality. We were unorganized territory. We had to have so many people to have a municipality, so we joined Chippewa and Tea Lake together to make one municipality. Now, at that particular time, I was not a mayor, but considered to be a president. And we had a council, same as we have now, six councillors. And we were able to represent our municipality at the MRC, but only as a president, but not as a mayor. So I wasn't allowed to vote at that particular time. When we first started, I wasn't allowed to vote. After a few years, and then they let the president vote. But what that is to explain to you is that once we were just unorganized territory, we didn't get anything in the municipality. We never got any street lights, garbage pickup, snowplow was done by the government. The government took care of the roads, and we were the last ones on the totem pole. So by being organizing our territory, we started getting lights and things that we wanted. come to find out that, you know, you can not only be just organized like that for the rest of your life, you should do something for your benefit.
Yeah.
And this is where we became municipalized.
Mm-hmm.
And at that particular time, we had, it took us quite a few years. We were already municipalized before that. But at that particular time, we had a problem in Kippo where the one man came in and took over all the properties and held the municipalization back for probably about 2 years. And we then become municipalized in '85. By becoming municipalized, then we were autonome, self-supporting as far as the municipality is concerned.
Yes.
So from there, this is where we started. At that particular time, we had nothing. From that time on, now in '85 to '95, we've gone through 10 years.
Yes.
We find ourselves with probably about 3/4 of the municipality with big highways.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 fire trucks with a volunteer brigade.
Yes.
We have garbage pickup. We have snowplow that we pay for. So we have our own garbage dépotoir. Mixing some French and English here.
Comment.
And we have lights, probably basically at all the places that are really needed now.
Really, in terms of providing public utilities for the residents, you have come a great ways in the 10 years since the municipality was created.
Yes, in the 10 years that we've created, we've gone from about $6 million evaluation to $21 million, and a budget of about $40,000 to $450,000 now. So for all the benefit of the people in the municipality.
And I understand you are continuing to do work in the field of sewage and public municipal water supply?
Yes. For Tea Lake, we have made the advances to the government to get government grants for the water and sewers for the town and municipality of Tea Lake, just Tea Lake only.
Yes.
And that's in the works. So it should be starting probably somewhere around September. We have basically about $400,000 in grants now. We've applied for another grant, hopefully, and with our Member of Parliament, Mr. Trudel, that we should be able to get more. The project is basically, we don't have any numbers on the project, so I could say 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. It doesn't make any difference. I don't know what it is.
So you are hopeful that you will continue to...
We have water now. The water is not to the houses, but we have our wells dug and we're ready. As soon as we have the sewers, we have to dig the lines. When that's done, then we'll put the water and the sewers together at the same time.
So you're hoping that perhaps within the next... How long to start work on this project?
Within 6 months.
So within 6 months you should be digging in Tea Lake?
Well, we have the people from Tea Lake have to agree to this.
Have to agree to this.
It's not us that we're going to say we're doing this because it's going to be an individual cost per house.
Yes.
On the end result. But of course, when you do that, it's it's going to increase. What they're going to spend is going to increase the value of their house or their home, because they'll have definitely a home becomes more valuable.
Yes.
So definitely it'll be good for.
So it will increase the appeal of the community for homeowners to have a municipal water supply and proper sewage disposal.
We definitely expect more people to move to Tea Lake after we have.
I think that perhaps providing a municipal water supply and sewage removal could spark a building boom in Tea Lake then, and have more people decide to build homes there?
Well, if all the people that have inquired about I would say it would double.
It could double, you
It
think?
could double right off the...
Could double in the next few years, I guess. Well, we've talked a bit about, I guess, cold water, but it sounds like things were pretty hot up there a few weeks ago when your new assessments came up. When the new property assessments came up on the cottages there, things got hot. And I believe you disrupted your trip to Florida to come up to address a public meeting on the matter. Perhaps you could tell us a bit about the assessment system.
Well, I think it was my place to be there when
Yes.
this came up, and this is why I left for that particular week, just to come up for that meeting. And the assessment is there's no big hidden secret to how it's done. It's what is sold around you. Now, if all the houses around you are sold for $5,000 or $10,000, or the property is sold for that amount of money, then yours that's in the middle should be worth $5,000 also. So this is what happened is they take an evaluation of the homes that are being sold in the Kipwa municipality, or in the Jawbones Bay area, or the Tea Lake, or Kipwa, and then they run an average of this and say, okay, all the homes are worth now $100,000 because there's only 3 homes that were sold, and the 3 of them were sold for $150,000. So the next one is going to be sold, it's worth $150,000, and the one next to you is the same thing. Then the next 2 years they take the property value. Somebody buys property for $500, and all the property becomes $500. It's supply and demand. So with this average, then they say, okay, a house that has 2 bedrooms, a big living room, a basement, a garage, is worth X amount of dollars. This is where this comes in.
And this is how you arrive at your evaluations.
That's how you become. That's how they evaluate. Now next year the evaluation could go down, could go up, go down, basically on what is being sold or how much a 2x4 is worth at the local store here and the one over there. So it's just a basic evaluation.
And who determines this? Who determines what the house is worth?
Qualified people that are hired by the MRC to do this, and it's all it's no big deal. They'll just come in and measure the size of the house. You have so many square feet. You have our bright counter. You have the brick outside. You have shingles on the roof. Whatever it is, and you just feed that in the computer, and the computer comes out and says, well, this house is worth this amount of dollars. So it happened at this particular time that what had been sold on the average market increased all the values of the home. Plus, some of the people got a little more evaluated, not more evaluated, but got evaluated more than they were before by more than the increase because they were not registered. If you if you have a home that has 2 bedrooms and 1 washroom and a kitchen,
yes,
and then you decide right after the people have come around and done the evaluation, you decide you're going to put 2 more bedrooms on and a big living room and a garage. It takes a couple of years before that comes in to the evaluation roll again, when they come and do it physically. And this is where your building permit comes in. You get a building permit and you say, well, I'm going to put an addition to my house for a building permit of value of about $20,000. So they might just increase your house value by $20,000 until they come physically to inspect it.
But why did so many people say that this year their evaluation was raised by so much?
Well, this is what
happened this year?
All at once.
It happened all at once.
All at once that the average went up too high. and we were evaluated lower to start with.
Mm-hmm.
You see, you can evaluate your house at 100%, or you can evaluate it at 80%. At this particular time, the last evaluation, we were evaluated about at 80%.
Mm-hmm.
So they brought up the evaluation up to 100%, plus maybe the big average evaluation of the home that was being sold or property being sold around. So it brought everybody up basically around.
Which is really a 25% rise for everybody.
Some of them were, 25
And
was about average.
perhaps some more, as
Some of them
you're
were
saying.
more, Some of them were 60 and 70%. But that was because of additions or... And there were some errors in there. Some people got their evaluation reduced. You can get that reduced by going to court. Like when you get evaluated in when you get your evaluation bill in January, February, somewhere in there, if you feel that you're evaluated too high in May, you can go to court, small claims court, for 4 years, and you can get your evaluation down. Basically, the value of your evaluation down. And because of this meeting that we had, there's some people did go through the procedures and got their evaluation lowered. There's mistakes can happen.
What do you see as being main budgetary, say, expenses for this current fiscal year? You talked a bit about the revenue side. What about the expenditure side? What do you see happening there?
Well,
so far this year, in '94, we had a good year. Our budget, we managed the finances this year. First of all, we promised around $50,000 for the complex. We promised $50,000. We have that in the budget.